Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into my Flytanium Beef, and this is a budget-friendly, everyday beater workhorse knife. I don't know how else to put it. They've had this around for a while, but they've updated it, and they do have kits to update your old Flytanium Beef to what the new one is, and it's a very affordable upgrade as well. Blade steel, hardware, things like that. But Flytanium is a company that offers a few different knives, but then they also make aftermarket scales and products for other knives, Benchmade and things like that. But this is their budget-friendly knife. They have 3 or 4 different knives. Here's one of them. This is the Arcade. They have the Arcade Lite, Arcade Pro. But we're going to be talking about the Beef. This new version, this is in the red Peel Ply G10. So there you can see the scales, kind of the texture on it, so you get nice good grip. But there are tons of color options. Not only can you get the knife in like 5 or 6 different color options, but they also have scales that you can purchase in other color options other than the already assembled ones. You can also get tie scales and aluminum options for thumb studs, titanium thumb studs, so they do have some aftermarket parts for these. The Arcade was originally designed basically to be their build-a-knife. You can customize it. Basically everything on it can be customized. They sell a ton of different things. The Beef, they do have aftermarket parts, scales, thumb studs. You can get different blades for it. So I mean, it is also customizable, and that is what I'm going to do here in just a minute. I'll show you what it looks like now, and then I'll show it to you after I've assembled the products that I picked up for it. But these are the red anodized aluminum thumb studs. It is a reversible deep style pocket clip. It is 410 stainless steel hardware, and it has been upgraded. The old version, it's really hard to see. The old hardware was T6. They've updated or upgraded it to T8 hardware. It is a crossbar lock, non-adjustable crossbar lock. That is one thing that I had to get used to on this knife, is the tension that it has. It takes a bit more effort to open this knife than most of my other knives. The spring pressure on this crossbar lock is pretty intense compared to my other knives, and this one is non-adjustable, so it's just kind of, it is what it is. I can still reverse flick it. It's a little bit more work just because there is some contouring here to the shape to the handle, but the thumb stud is still right up against the scales basically. It's still doable. It's just not as easy as a lot of my other knives, but I'm okay with it. Operation, action, it's still good. Just a little bit more effort than my other knives. It does have steel liners. There you can see a little bit of weight reduction in there. And it is on ball bearings, but we'll also be updating the bearings to the Skiff Rocket Glide. I did pick up some of those. It does have a black G10 back spacer and some nice jimping. Now the way this blade is shaped, this jimping isn't great to hold it like this. It kind of pushes your hands off the back of the knife. It is still doable, but it's kind of more for this hand style or grip style here for cutting, pushing against, maybe you're shaving wood, things like that. Some really nice jimping, but just the blade shape, it's better for this hold style. It is a 3.5-inch blade with an overall length of 8.2 inches, and it comes in at 4.5 ounces. So it's got some decent weight and a good size to it. It is 14C28N. This is the Stonewash blade. It did used to be a D2 steel blade, and that was part of the update or upgrade as well, was the hardware and the blade steel. And then you also have a elongated lanyard hole here. It does come with the bits warranty, which basically anything breaks, they'll replace it. It's supposed to be a really good warranty. I haven't had to use it. I've carried this knife for about a month or two, probably closer to 2 months now. Really solid work knife, and it cleans up really well also. The other great thing is this knife comes in at $60, and that's the full price. If you've never bought from Flytanium, you'll most likely get their 15% off first purchase, And then they also do some pretty good sales throughout the year, so you can get it for even cheaper. So $60 original price, at least 15% off for the first time purchasers. So I think that's a really good deal. If you have the old version, like I said, with the D2 steel or the T6 hardware, you can get the upgrade kit for $13. The other upgraded blade steel that you can get is S90V, so a really good blade steel for this knife. The scales are available in 8 different color options, and like I said, you can get titanium scales and thumb studs and aluminum thumb studs in various different colors, so a lot of different options for this knife. It can be a really cheap, budget-friendly workhorse, or it can be a very expensive one if you go all out and customize it. Just like the arcade, it's a little bit more expensive knife than the Beef, and it can become quite expensive in the long run as well. But let me go ahead and swap out the items that I got, which are some scales, the bearings, and the thumb studs, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm all done. So there she is, all done up. It took me about, I don't know, 20 minutes, and then I took a break and had some shepherd's pie for dinner. But it is now all purple, and it was actually quite a bit easier than I originally thought it was going to be. The video I had watched from Flytanium, they took everything apart. I was able to leave the crossbar lock intact and kept the steel framing together and just slid the blade out, removed the bearings, slid the new blade or the new bearings in after lubricating them. So there's the original ones and the original thumb studs, as well as the original scales. And here are the new titanium thumb studs and purple scales. And the skiff bearings, definitely smoother action. The crossbar, obviously that's still the same tension with the spring pressure, but the action itself is really smooth. I like it. But now I'm going to do my arcade and see how that turns out. Got a couple pieces that I'm still waiting on, but probably going to get started on it since it's basically just the inlays I'm waiting on. But that is a look at the Flytanium Beef with the purple G10 scales and the purple titanium thumb studs with the Skiff Rocket Glide bearings. I'm going to probably just store these away just in case. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to drop it down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer it for you guys. And then if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.